quite a long piece of wood that we've got. If we can find somewhere where we can ridge it, both sides, keep downstream of the wood, use that as a handle, just walk across it.
A hammer.
It's not that deep.
We should maybe assess to see how deep it actually is.
If it gets really deep or it's really fast, then we reassess.
All I want to know is, how do you gauge whether you've got enough, you're going to get your footing before it's too late?
See a few brains whirring now. Thing is, it's easy in your living room to come up with a good plan when you're rested, hydrated and well fed. When you're tired, you're a bit beaten up, that decision-making process becomes much harder. But it's not rocket science. It's a big old branch there, it's a short gap. They should figure this out. Use the branch.
Lawrence wants to check the depth of the river before they execute Mike's idea.
You won't be able to do it, I don't reckon.
That's deeper than a body. You're not getting in there, ever. The minute you get in there, you're gone.
And proposes a different approach.
Can I offer a suggestion? You can go like this. You can go like this. One person goes like this, and they dangle this leg, keeping it out of the water, but using it for balance, and just pull themselves like that. It will wedge it in properly. Next phase, potentially, would be to use the rope, to tie off the rope over there, to tie off the rope up here and make a thing like that so the rest of the people can walk across. Does everyone agree with this plan?
Yeah, I agree.
Or not? Hang on, Mike? No?
I'm easy.
Where do we want to put it across?
Been here 30 minutes. It's crazy. It's crossing a gap that's about 2 meters wide, and they got a log. I've never seen people discuss so many different options and make so few decisions. All they've got to do is use it as support to shuffle across the river. Get moving.
Should we try Mike's plan so we can eliminate something?
Having wasted time discussing Lawrence's approach, the group returned to Mike's original plan.
See if you can touch the bottom first.
To place the log across the river and travel downstream of it.
You can't touch the bottom. You just got to use your upper body strength and your feet. I got your back.
Dame Kelly might be afraid of water, but she makes it across without any drama.
That's fast friggin' running water over there.
The team are halfway across, but they need to move on from the island. The weather in this area can change quickly. If a flash flood occurs, they could be washed away.
Okay, just stop a sec. We're going to have to speed this up a little bit, all right? One person, hero swim. Straight across. Let the current take you. Get across to here. Get a rope across to this person. Back upstream. Tie the end of the rope to the next person. In they go, a big leap into the current. Pendulum them in. Rope back across, tie in. Pendulum them in. Okay?
Mike volunteers to go first.
Come on!
Once over, Lawrence sends him a rope.
Well done, Logger.
With one arm through the loop, Lawrence is swung through the current. And the others follow. But for this section, Kelly's fear of water gets the better of her.
Go on, Cal, you can do this.
Coming up, there's a storm brewing in elimination.
These storms have got to make us stronger.
And Bear delivers a shock decision.
I just don't believe
ultimately you would survive.
On the Tempesquay River, northwestern Costa Rica, Dame Kelly Holmes is struggling to overcome her fear of drowning.
I have got you. I promise you, I've got you.
Go on, Carl, you can do this.
I'll pull you straight across.
I'm
Keep your
going.
feet.
You got it, you got it. You're good. Push yourself
I
up.
got you. Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Well done. Woo!
Great job, Cal. Great work.
Yeah, real courage at the start of that, you know. Proud of you.
Oh, wimp.
It's not a wimp at all, it's courage. It's great to see.
I'm glad I've done it. I just so hate water and I've really tried to be so much stronger doing this. Just to do everything, because then I have to. I've got no choice. I have to do it.
Exhausted after another grueling 2 days, the celebrities must now face elimination.
It's amazing when Bear shows you just how to do things, because actually we overthink things, I think, sometimes.
Yes, you've got to be safe, but sometimes you've got to take calculated risks.
Yeah.
I think at the moment we're living on the safe side.
This week has been an assault on us all, physically and mentally and emotionally, and it's something that is so out of the norm for all of us. It's taken a while to get used to.
Bear once again gathers the expedition team. The celebrity least equipped to survive in the wild will be sent packing.
Okay, so that journey was a little bit of a shakedown. And one of the lessons you guys are beginning to understand is your best response to fatigue is to give more. The more tired, the hungrier, the colder, the more beaten up you get, give more energy, more positivity, more good ideas, work harder, rather than let it beat you. Okay, let's get into the journey. Cave. Lawrence, what was your motivation for going first?
I didn't want to wait before I went, and I didn't want to see other people get scared.
Mike, tell me about that.
It stands up for Loz's character that he wanted to lead us in. He wanted to deal with it in his own way, and I thought, that was a great way of tackling that.
Without listening. Or taking the rope. It was a bad call.
I keep saying this thing of little mistakes and big consequences always. Did you have a plan, Kelly?
We should have probably, at the top, had more of a conversation.
It doesn't have to be a long conversation. Just come up with a plan. I did say right at the top, use the rope at the first bit. Okay, the bottom of the cave. Who found it difficult when you got to the bottom there?
I didn't have a fear of caves, and I now do have a fear of caves. I really wasn't expecting it. I knew that Loz had a fear, and I was like, yeah, caves will be fine. It was that rush of water and that immediate challenge, and then the sort of interminable darkness of it.
What do you do to
when I was
be
in
that
the cave,
positive, to find a cheerfulness in adversity there?
I pretended that I was in a scene in a drama, and that if I was in that drama and they said go down a cave, you would just have to do it.
Fire. Who started fire?
I got the fire.
So who's actually lit fire? Vogue?
No.
Mike?
I've relit, but not started.
Primary tasks. You guys should be doing these now. Let's move on today. Straight into the river. I'd say it was excruciating for me. I was like this, watching for 45 minutes the decision process of crossing a gap between me and you when you got a big bit of wood to do it.
I was of the opinion that getting in the water was probably a bad idea, and Mike had said, well, we'll just chuck a log across and get across and it'll be fine.
When did you step in, Mike, with this plan?
I sort of said it at the start, but a lot of people didn't quite like my idea.
Did you believe yours was a good idea?
I'd just seen it done before, so I thought it was going to be relatively easy, and it was easier than I thought it was actually going to be.
But I need you to step up more, Mike. I keep saying this, You're not just brawn your brain. You saw it straight away. and then I see you kind of sitting there, and then I heard somebody go, Mike, what's your opinion? And your actual words were, I'm easy. If you've got a plan, be confident, step up. If it ain't raining, it ain't training. One thing I'm concerned with, and we've talked about this, your feet. You've got to manage it better. Scott.
You know, if you're in a commando unit, you'd be casevac off. Casualty evacuation out the field, because you're going to become a liability with those sort of injuries.
But you've got food in there.
That's where my feet were. They were on my boots.
When you came across to me, you trod through the mud, OK? So all that wet, soaking wet mud was right into those wounds, OK? And that's going to cause infection.
We're done with that. Here's how I see things. Mike, I think one of the reasons you don't come forward with the ideas is you almost don't want to stick your head above the parapet and be exposed. Because when we come up with ideas, if they're bad and they go wrong, we're vulnerable. You know, it's in your blood, you like it, but it's almost confidence. And I'm seeing glimmers of it, but will you step up and actually deliver that? Amelia, I worry about your cheerfulness in adversity, whether you show enough of it in the crunch moment.
At a time when I might be fearful, I slightly go into myself to deal with the fear, and then I do it.
When the going gets tough and the adrenaline starts flowing and the fear kicks in, you have this inner dialogue that manifests itself in quite a negative way. And that, over time, will become draining for a group.
I'm not a negative person.
I don't think it's a negative. What he's saying is it's a negative thing. It's a little. The fear comes out first, and you go quiet.
But that's just how I deal with it.
You have to sit and defend yourself. She does everything she does. She just does it quietly and with calm dedication. And actually, within the confines of the group, you need someone that does that, who doesn't stick their big nose in and goes, oh, I've got a fucking opinion about this.
I don't want that. I want the person that in the crunch times, it's just a bundle of positive ideas and energy. It's not about being the alpha and saying, follow me. It's about just putting that smile on, even that inner smile, saying, we can do this, you know?
Just so that we get my character correct. I'm not a negative person.
OK, I've made my decision on this. For me, the lesson in all of this is these storms have got to make us stronger, which means the tougher it gets, the more positivity you've got to give, the more you've got to smile on it, the more you just got to give ideas and stand up and put it forward and put it on the line and risk it all. Because that's how we get out of difficult situations. Easy leads us nowhere. This is Mission Survive. For Lawrence and Amelia, I'm going to send you both home. I just don't believe, ultimately, you would survive.
Hugest thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Bev. Thank you. I'll never forget any of this. It's been an incredible opportunity, and I'm so glad that we've done it and that we did it together. When we were in that helicopter and told to jump out, I mean, who knew that we could do that?
I came here under the idea that I'd probably sort of turn up, have a whinge and go home.
Create mud? What? No.
But I was like, no fear!
You and I will be on camping trips, marshalling our children.
I love you!
Our group that we have been on this journey with has just been the best.
Jungle love. I pity whoever has to fight Dame Kelly Holmes for the crown. Because she ain't gonna give up.
Yeah, Amelia, I'm asking for this cheerfulness in the big moments and the crunch times, and I just didn't quite see that enough. Lawrence, a natural leader, but the reality is, if he was on his own in a big cave and he didn't think through a plan, he went down there and he couldn't climb back up, then you're in trouble.
8 days gone, and now only 4 survivors remain.
Did anyone expect a double elimination tonight?
No, and I think he made the decision last minute. And now it's just us 4 lunatics left together. We've become so feral that we'll just do anything to get by really now.
I think there's really trying to focus down on who he wants to win this thing now. Now he's going to make it harder and harder and harder.
Next time
This is going to be a nightmare.
That is really freaking hard.
This is very much the sort of stuff that I'm scared of.
Burst the shitbag.
3 seeds, enough to kill you.
Everybody happy?
Not really, no.
This weekend on ITV, the lads are here with Saturday night takeaway.